Hey, this is Trissa from Sewing and Things, and in this video we're sewing the no zip front with some added top stitching for the Grady Pants Sew Along. For the full elastic waistband, we have two options that we can do for our shorts. So for this one, I'm just going to sew along the edge with a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance and finish the edge. However, for this pair, I'm going to follow the instructions similar to the faux zipper option without the opening, since it's going to be a full elastic waistband. But we're going to start off with this one since it's pretty straightforward. You're just going to sew along this curve with the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, and once that's done, go ahead and finish your seam. For the chino version, you typically don't top stitch the front, so I'm going to skip that. So go ahead, and if you are doing this version, go ahead and sew that, and then we'll come back. With this sewn at a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, go ahead and finish your edge with a serger or a zigzag stitch. Once this has been finished, this is done and you can set it aside. Now for this version, on page 12, if you remember, it says to mark the center front. So I went ahead and did that. Once you have this mark for center front, we are going to mark 5/8 of an inch from that line and also 5/8 of an inch from this bottom curve. So go ahead and mark that out. Since I have no idea where my marking gauge is, I'm just going to use this cute little square. So what I like to do is just mark in little spots. I'm just going to use a pen since this is the wrong side and you're not going to see it on the right side. So for this, we're going to sew a regular stitch all the way down. So go ahead and do that after your seam line has been marked, and then we'll come back. So once this has been stitched, go ahead and cut along this line right across here. Do not go past your stitches. And once that is done, go ahead and finish your fly extension all the way around. So go ahead and do that in addition to finishing this fly, this extension together right here. So go ahead and finish those with either a serger or a zigzag stitch, and then we'll come back. With both of these finished, we are now going to press everything over to the left. Press this to the left, and then we'll also press this to the left. So go ahead and do that. Give that a good press, and then we're going to top stitch about 1/8 of an inch along the seam all the way down, making sure that this is staying flipped over and being caught on that top stitching. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back. Once that has been top stitched, you're going to go ahead and grab your fly top stitch guide. You're going to draw a line along that guide using either a fabric marker or tailor's chalk. So I'm going to use my chalk for this. So once that's done, go ahead and top stitch along that line that you made, and then we'll come back. Once you sew this on, you can leave it like that, or if you're doing the jean version, you can sew another line 1/4 of an inch inside. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back. Once that top stitching is done, you can also sew an additional line along this edge here. However, it's totally optional. I'm going to go ahead and do that to match all my double seams everywhere else. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back. Once that top stitching has been complete, the front of your shorts are done, and that's it for today. To stay up to date on the latest videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel, or you can check out my blog at sewingandthings.com.